All right, so today we are going deep on Larry Ellison,
Okay.
the Oracle guy.
Yep.
I mean, you know him as the co-founder and all that.
Yeah.
But he's also like super rich.
Yeah, I mean, he is like up there.
Yeah.
He's in the, I think as of February 4th this year, he's top 4 richest people in the world.
Wow.
According to Bloomberg and Forbes.
It's crazy. And
Yeah.
and he owns like most of a Hawaiian island.
Most of Lanai, yeah. Yeah.
Like 98%.
It's wild. So we're going to go into his biography and see how he got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, when you have someone who's that influential, obviously building a huge tech company, but it looks like he's also made a splash in philanthropy, sports, and even the political arena.
Yeah.
So to really get a handle on it, I guess we got to start from the beginning, right?
Yeah. So starting from the beginning, I mean, he was born in New York City.
Okay.
August 17th, 1944, to an unwed Jewish mother.
And he was actually adopted at 9 months old.
Wow. Okay.
Because he had pneumonia.
Oh, wow.
So, and he didn't meet his biological mother until he was 48.
You think about like early experiences and how that shapes people, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, something like that, adoption, you have to think that has some kind of profound influence on someone's, how they view themselves and how they approach the world.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a little armchair psychology-ish, but, you think about attachment theory and stuff like that. It makes you wonder.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So he ended up being raised by his adoptive parents in Chicago.
Okay.
And the neighborhood was predominantly Jewish, middle class. And the adoptive mother, by all accounts, was very, very warm and loving.
Okay.
Which kind of contrasted with the adoptive father.
Okay.
Who, I mean, he had worked for the government and he had made some money in Chicago real estate, but then he lost it all in the Depression.
Interesting. So, I mean, that right there, you're talking about a pretty complex dynamic in terms of his upbringing, right?
Yeah.
You have a supportive home life, at least on the mother's side.
Yeah.
And then you have this awareness of financial vulnerability.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sure probably fostered, I mean, maybe it's reading too much into it, but maybe it fostered both a sense of security and also a desire to build lasting success.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's interesting too because he grew up in a Jewish household.
Yeah.
Reformed Jewish, but he became very skeptical of religion.
Okay.
I think at age 13, he famously refused to have a bar mitzvah.
Okay.
And there's a quote about it.
Okay.
He says, "While I think I am religious in one sense, the particular dogmas of Judaism are not dogmas I subscribe to.
Interesting.
I don't believe that they are real. They're interesting stories.
Yeah.
They're interesting mythology. And I certainly respect people who believe these are literally true, but I don't. I see no evidence for this stuff."
It's funny because for such a young, teenager to have such a defined point of view, it really speaks to like an independent mind that doesn't take things at face value. Yeah. And we see that a lot with people who become great innovators. Yeah. They're skeptical. They want to question things.
Right.
Yeah.
And later on, I mean, he's kind of known for liking Israel.
Okay.
But it's not because of the religious aspects. It's more because of like the tech.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's really driven by this idea of progress and innovation.
Yeah.
More than, just adhering to tradition for tradition's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be a recurring theme in his life.
Yeah.
Which makes sense when you think about his career, building Oracle.
Yeah.
It's all about results.
Yeah.
Pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah. So college was interesting for him.
Okay.
He first went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Okay.
And get this, he was named Science Student of the Year.
Oh, wow.
But he withdrew after his sophomore year.
Okay.
Because his adoptive mother passed away.
I see. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Life throws you these curveballs sometimes.
Yeah.
And it can really, make you reevaluate things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Then he went to California for the summer and then enrolled at the University of Chicago, but only for one term.
Okay.
And it's interesting because it was there that he first learned about computer design.
Okay.
I mean, just these little bits, they add up to the story.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Berkeley.
Okay.
Which, of course, huge tech hub now.
Right.
And he started working as a computer programmer for a few different companies. Okay, so you see, even though he didn't finish college in the traditional sense, he still had these experiences that exposed him to these key areas of study.
Yeah.
And that ultimately led him to the heart of the tech world.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that success doesn't always follow a straight line.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about those unexpected turns and how you adapt to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this brings us to the late 70s and really the beginning of Oracle.
Okay.
He worked for Amdahl Corporation first, and then he went to Ampex Corporation.
Okay.
And this is really interesting.
Okay.
His first big project at Ampex was making a database for the CIA.
Oh, wow.
The code name for the database was Oracle.
Wow. I mean, starting at the top, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and the fact that it was for the CIA, you have to think that even back then, people were seeing the potential of databases to handle complex information.
Yeah.
And of course, that code name Oracle, it's iconic now.
Yeah. And during this time, he became really interested in Edgar F. Codd.
Okay.
He wrote a paper, I think it was called A Relational Model of Data for Large Shared Data Banks.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about relational database systems.
Yeah, Codd's work was revolutionary. I mean, before him, managing large data sets was a mess.
Yeah.
It was so inefficient.
Yeah.
But his paper, it provided this structured, logical way to connect different pieces of information, which made it, much easier to access, organize, and analyze the data.
Yeah.
And Ellison, his genius was in recognizing the potential of that.
Yeah.
Taking those theoretical concepts and turning them into a product that people could use.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he co-founded Software Development Laboratories, or SDL,
Okay.
In 1977.
Okay.
With two partners and just $2,000.
$2,000. Wow.
Yeah, and $1,200 of that was his own money.
I mean, that's just classic entrepreneurship, right? Taking that leap of faith.
Yeah.
Putting your own money on the line.
Yeah.
And your time and effort.
Yeah.
It's a big risk.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you got to go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years later, in 1979, they changed the name to Relational Software, Inc., or RSI.
Okay.
And the story goes that he wanted Oracle's database to work with IBM's System R database.
Okay.
Which was also based on Codd's ideas, but IBM wouldn't share their error codes.
Yeah.
So it didn't work.
I mean, that kind of shows you how competitive things were even back then.
Yeah.
And maybe IBM just didn't see relational databases on smaller systems as a threat.
Right.
They were focused on mainframes, the big powerful computers that businesses used.
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't take it seriously at first, and that gave Oracle a chance to establish themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their first product, it was called Oracle version 2.
Version 2.
Yeah, there was no version 1.
Yeah.
A little marketing trick, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Make it sound like it's already been through some development. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart.
And then in 1983, they officially became Oracle Systems Corporation.
Okay.
So really, making their name synonymous with the database.
Right.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing. They had some tough times too.
Okay.
In 1990, they almost went bankrupt.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they had to lay off 10% of their workforce, which was about 400 people.
Oof. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, they had this upfront marketing strategy.
Upfront?
Yeah. So the sales team would really push customers to buy a ton of software licenses.
Okay.
Like all at once.
Okay.
Based on, what they thought the customer might need in the future.
Oh, so they were kind of booking revenue before they actually earned it?
Yeah.
I mean, that can be a problem if those projections don't pan out.
Yeah, and they didn't.
So they had to restate their earnings.
Oh, wow.
Like twice.
Yeah,
and they got hit with lawsuits from shareholders.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they felt misled.
Yeah.
And Ellison even said later that it was an incredible business mistake.
I mean, you don't often see that kind of honesty, right? Especially from someone who's known for being so confident.
Yeah.
But I guess admitting that they messed up probably helped them learn from it.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yeah, for sure. And to understand this whole situation, you really have to look at what was going on in the market back then.
Okay.
IBM was huge.
Right.
They dominated the mainframe database market with their products, DB2 and SQL.AS.
Yeah.
But they were slow to adapt to the new Unix and Windows operating systems.
Yeah. Okay.
Which created this opportunity for other companies like Sybase, Oracle, Ingraze, Informix,
right,
and eventually Microsoft.
I mean, I guess you could say that IBM's success with mainframes kind of blighted them to what was happening elsewhere.
Yeah.
They probably underestimated how quickly those other markets would grow.
Yeah, yeah.
And that gave their competitors a real chance to gain a foothold.
Yeah, it's funny because Oracle was actually behind Sybase at this point.
Really?
Yeah, from like 1990 to 1993, Sybase was the fastest growing database company.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, they were like the hot new thing.
I guess in the tech world, things can change really fast.
Yeah, yeah. And Sybase, they ended up merging with PowerSoft in 1996, and that kind of messed them up.
Okay.
They lost their focus.
Okay.
And even more importantly, back in 1993, they sold the rights to their Windows database software to Microsoft.
Oh, wow.
Which became SQL Server.
Right, yeah.
So that was a huge decision.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows you how one decision can have such a long-lasting impact.
Yeah, yeah.
And how competitive the tech world is. You know, you have to be able to adapt and make the right moves.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But, you know, even though Oracle had those early struggles, like the near bankruptcy, Ellison was starting to get recognized.
Okay.
He got an award from Ernst & Young.
Oh.
Entrepreneur of the Year,
okay.
High technology category.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it was in those early years. So it must have been a nice boost.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially during a tough time for the company.
Yeah, for sure.
To get that kind of recognition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a big deal.
And then in 1994, things changed again.
Okay.
Informix became their main competitor.
Okay.
They had overtaken Sybase.
Okay.
And there was this huge rivalry between Ellison and Phil White, the CEO of Informix.
Oh, wow.
It went on for like 3 years.
Okay.
And it was really a clash of personalities and business philosophies.
You have these two really strong leaders going head to head. I mean, that kind of rivalry can be good for the market, right?
Yeah.
It pushes everyone to be better.
Yeah.
To innovate more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be pretty exciting.
But it didn't end well for Informix.
Oh, okay.
In 1997, they announced that they weren't making as much money as they thought.
Okay.
And just like Oracle a few years earlier, they had to restate their earnings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big coincidence. I guess it shows that even the most successful companies can make mistakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when they're growing quickly.
Yeah.
And I guess it also shows that it's really important to be honest about your finances.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And then, Informix, they kind of fell apart, and IBM bought them in 2001.
Okay.
So that was another, big shift in the market.
Yeah.
And also in 1997, Ellison became a director at Apple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after Steve Jobs came back.
And it was only for a few years. I think he resigned in 2002.
Okay.
But still, I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is.
You have two of the biggest names in tech.
Yeah.
On the same board.
On the same board.
I wonder what those meetings were like.
Yeah, it would have been fascinating to be a fly on the wall for those, right?
Oh, really?
To see how their personalities and their ideas clashed, or maybe they actually got along really well. Who knows? But it's also interesting because, Apple was a very different kind of tech company.
Yeah.
They were focused on hardware and design and, the user experience.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of surprising that Ellison would be involved with them.
Yeah.
But maybe he saw it as a way to learn from a different perspective.
Yeah.
To broaden his horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Sybase and Informix kind of out of the picture, Oracle became the dominant player in the database market.
Okay.
But, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Microsoft's SQL Server came along in the late 90s.
Right.
And IBM bought Informix to try to make their DB2 database stronger.
So the competition never really goes away.
Yes.
It just changes form. It's like a game of chess,
Yeah.
You always have to be thinking a few moves ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. In 2005, Oracle got hit with another lawsuit.
Oh, okay.
This one was about insider trading.
Okay.
And it had been going on for 4 years.
Okay.
But they ended up settling it.
Okay.
And Ellison, he agreed to donate $100 million to charity in Oracle's name.
Wow, $100 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but I guess sometimes it's just easier to settle these things, right? Even if you think you're in the right, it can be so expensive and time-consuming to fight a lawsuit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And the donation to charity, it's an interesting way to spin it, you know?
Yeah.
Makes them look good.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to do something positive. Yeah.
And in the mid-2000s, Ellison was making a ton of money.
Okay.
Like in 2007, his total compensation was over $61 million.
Wow. Okay.
And the next year, it was over $84 million.
I mean, that's astronomical.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what happens when you're the head of a company that's doing really well.
Yeah.
Especially in the tech world. Those compensation packages can be pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does raise some questions, you know.
Yeah.
About executive pay and how it compares to what everyone else is making.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in 2009, Oracle announced that they were going to buy Sun Microsystems.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. They had to compete with IBM and HP to get them.
So a real bidding war.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was a huge acquisition.
Okay.
I mean, Sun Microsystems, they made hardware. They had software technologies like Java and MySQL.
Right.
The EU finally approved the deal in 2010.
Okay.
But it was a big deal for Oracle.
Yeah, it really expanded their reach.
Yeah.
You know, they went from being mostly a software company to having a significant hardware business.
Yeah.
And they got control of some really important technologies.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty bold move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in 2010, there was this whole thing with HP.
Okay.
They fired their CEO, Mark Hurd.
Okay.
And Ellison was really mad about it.
Okay.
He said it was the worst personnel decision since the idiots on the Apple board fired Steve Jobs many years ago.
Wow. He didn't hold back.
Yeah.
You know, you can really tell that he was close to Hurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, Oracle hired Hurd as co-president.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, along with Safra Catz.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it shows you how loyal Ellison is.
Yeah.
And also how much he likes to make a statement.
Yeah, it definitely sent the message.
Yeah.
You know, they were basically saying, we're not afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
And we're willing to bet on people that we believe in.
Yeah.
Even if other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And throughout all of this, Ellison was consistently one of the richest people in the world, according to Forbes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he just kept getting richer and richer.
Yeah.
Even when Oracle had its ups and downs.
Yeah.
He always seemed to come out on top.
Yeah, and it's funny because in 2010, he was reported as being the highest paid executive of the last decade.
Oh, wow.
But his base salary for that year was only $1.
$1. I mean, I guess that's just a symbolic thing, right?
Yeah.
When you're already that wealthy, the salary doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's all about the stock options and the other benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to more recent years.
Okay.
Ellison's still super rich, of course.
Yeah.
But he's also made some big investments in other tech companies.
Okay.
Like Salesforce.com and NetSuite. And when Oracle bought NetSuite in 2016, he made about $3.5 billion.
Wow. Okay.
Because he already owned a lot of NetSuite stock.
I mean, that's a pretty good return on investment.
Yeah.
It shows that he really knows what he's doing when it comes to investing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 2012, he bought 98% of the Hawaiian island of Lanai.
Wow, a whole island.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you even do with a whole island?
Oh, wow.
It's mind-boggling, the scale of it.
Yeah.
But it also shows that he's not just interested in making money.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to do things that are unique.
Yeah.
That are on a grand scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
And then in 2014, he stepped down as CEO of Oracle.
Okay.
He became CTO and executive chairman.
Okay.
And Mark Hurd and Safra Catz became co-CEOs.
Okay, so he was still involved with the company.
Yeah.
But he wasn't running it day to day anymore.
Yeah. He was also on the board of Tesla for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from 2018 to 2022.
Okay.
And he co-founded a software startup called Project Ronin.
Okay.
It was focused on cancer care.
Oh, okay.
But they shut it down recently.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
What was the goal of the project?
Well, they wanted to use data analysis
Yeah.
to improve cancer treatment.
Okay.
But it sounds like it was just too difficult.
Yeah, the healthcare industry can be really tough to navigate.
Yeah.
Even with a lot of resources.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Ellison, he's also done a lot of philanthropy.
Okay.
Like in 1992, he gave a big donation to UC Davis.
Okay.
After he recovered from a bicycle accident.
Okay.
And that led to the creation of the Lawrence J. Ellison Musculoskeletal Research Center.
Okay, so it sounds like he's interested in supporting medical research.
Yeah, and he's given money to a lot of other causes, too.
Okay.
Like the Friends of the Israel Defense Forces and the University of Southern California. And in 2010, he joined the Giving Pledge.
Oh, okay.
So he's pledged to give away most of his wealth.
Yeah, that's a pretty big commitment.
Yeah.
But it also shows that he's thinking about his legacy.
Yeah.
You know, what he wants to leave behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty admirable.
Yeah. But he's also been involved in some controversial things, too.
Okay.
Like after 9/11, he offered to give the government software to create a national identification database.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that caused a lot of debate about privacy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough issue, right? The balancing security with civil liberties.
Yeah.
It's something that we're still grappling with today.
Yeah, for sure. And he's also known for being really into aviation.
Okay.
He's a licensed pilot. He's owned a bunch of planes, including military jets.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he even got in trouble for taking off and landing too late at night in San Jose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.